Cool. All right, welcome back to the Love in the Land podcast with Austin Love. And today, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I am super pumped for our next guest. I would like to welcome on, he's basically done it all. And now I've found out his secret is that he just runs on Celsius and caffeine. He's got a coffee, he's got the Celsius, and just running on caffeine, on caffeine, on caffeine. But he is an entrepreneur, an athlete, a founder of LeafFilter, which he grew from his garage to over $1 billion company. He's also a philanthropist, NASCAR owner. My goodness, what else does he do? He's a minority owner of your Cleveland Guardians, also owner of Kaulig Racing as well, Cleveland Business Hall of Famer, insane, and also the first billionaire that we've ever had on the show, Mr. Matt Kaulig. Matt, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Austin,
I appreciate it.
Dude, it's so good to be here, and it's good to be back here at WKYC, and yeah, I'm excited to talk.
Absolutely. And so, I mean, with all of that, do you ever sleep? You got so many things in your arsenal. What time do you get any rest at all? Are you like 2 hours a day?
I do sleep. Actually, last night I slept a bunch.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if they say like you can catch up on sleep. I mean, they almost say you can't catch up on sleep.
I've heard that.
But I honestly do. One of my superpowers is I have the ability to function on no sleep.
No kidding.
So if I literally stayed up all night and then it was like, all right, now it's time to start the day, I have the ability to just absolutely function like I slept all night.
You know, I used to have that when I worked in TV because I was up at, 2:30 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning, whatever it was. And then, just keep rolling all throughout the day. And typically, I was like in my 20s. Once in a while, you'd go out and have a little bit of fun the night before and, I feel like I just needed to sleep like 2 hours.
And I could do that. So it's funny talking to even pro athletes that are like that.
Sure.
These kids that are literally in their early 20s, even some of the Guardians players and like the Brown, I mean, they can do that. I mean, I played college football.
Yeah.
And I was but we would sometimes party all night. And
I love it.
I mean, even
you don't have to name any names right now,
right.
But you're good. Yeah.
But, I mean, even before games and everything else, you could literally function on a couple hours of sleep, and it was fun. But you were more interested in. It wasn't that serious, right?
Sure.
You weren't.
Yeah.
No, it's a little bit different if you're a Cleveland Brown and you're playing the Steelers the next day.
Yeah.
I mean,
you don't want to be puking on the sidelines or anything like that.
It's more of a serious situation, but
a little bit.
One of the best games that I ever played.
Yeah.
And not in competition, but it was a spring. You know how you have spring games.
The spring games. Yeah.
And I went to now my wife's. She was in a sorority. She was in Delta Gamma sorority at the University of Akron, and she was a cheerleader.
Sure.
But they had their, it wasn't like prom, but they had their spring formal or whatever they had. And I went to it, and we were literally up all night, and I didn't sleep. And I was a starting quarterback, like on the team. And I played great on no sleep.
Yeah.
And I was really hungover.
Well, there's something about it. David Wells threw a perfect game for the Yankees when he was like out the night before.
And
he admitted it. Yeah, some of the best stories come from the greatest nights out that you've ever had in your entire life.
I don't know. Yeah. So it was fun.
Rock and roll. Well, I do the whole intro for everyone, and you got entrepreneur. What everyone can Google about you, they can find out on their own. But I like to ask people, take away what you can Google about you. How would you describe yourself? I like to start out interviews like this.
How would I describe myself? I describe myself as an entrepreneur. I think everything changes. I mean, from being even a young kid to being in high school. I went to 3 different high schools. My dad's job took us, we went from, I grew up in Cincinnati. We went to Chicago. I spent a couple of years in Chicago, 8th grade and 9th grade in Chicago, and then moved to Philadelphia. I was a sophomore. And then moved back to Chicago to a different area, as
Naperville, right?
Naperville first.
Sure. So I'm from Rockford, Illinois, so I know the
area.
Are you? Yeah.
And then Crystal Lake.
Oh, okay, absolutely.
Dude, I went to Crystal Lake South.
Yeah, absolutely. I went to Boylan Catholic, and we definitely played Crystal Lake South all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Rockford's probably not even an hour from Crystal
45
Lake,
minutes.
right?
Yeah.
And then, so even moving around and finding your way, and that's why I say even being an entrepreneur, it's like just figuring out what to do. Like
sure.
If I was doing a podcast, it's like, all right, figure out how to do this podcast. Like, how do we do it the best that we can?
Yeah.
And so that's what we've done. I've been in NASCAR now 10 years. I mean, I identified myself with LeafFilter for 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So in 2005, started that business, and then identified that way, and now NASCAR. I've more moved on from LeafFilter.
Sure.
As far as my identity, and so now it's NASCAR. I mean, we just signed a giant deal with Ram.
Sure.
And Dodge.
Tell us about that a little bit. What exactly does that mean? I'll tell you what, I know the bare minimum about NASCAR, like Dale Earnhardt type level.
Right.
But like, tell me like kind of the nitty gritty about, first off, where you guys were, and Kimmy, with your PR, was telling me a little bit of kind of what that means for you guys, but really talk about the big game changer that is for Kaulig Racing.
Well, so I can tell you in a minute.
Yeah.
Like I started in NASCAR as a sponsor.
Sure.
So built LeafFilter. It's a giant company now. I mean, we've built to. I started this thing out of my house in 2005. So worked out of my house for a couple of years, and then just started growing, started opening up other cities. I mean, we were just here in Cleveland, Akron, Cleveland, and then moved on to Pittsburgh,
Sure.
Columbus, Toledo, and then just started expanding Chicago, and then just literally started expanding.
Took over the
US.
world. Yeah.
So we have 153 offices in the U.S. and Canada.
Wow.
We're the largest direct-to-consumer home products business I think in the world,
Sure.
actually. We do almost $2 billion in sales. And so we've grown that much. So,
exponentially, one might say.
I mean, you're just running a little gutter screen business.
Yeah,
right? Whatever.
So funny. They always say that, I'm not poo-pooing anything, but it's always the boring businesses that make the most money.
Yeah. So you just execute and do, and so we have fun. But so started in NASCAR as a sponsor of like LeafFilter as a sponsor. Somebody called me up, and we did a couple of the NASCAR Cup races.
Sure.
So in NASCAR, there's 3 series. There's a Cup series, which is the big series, like you said, Dale Earnhardt and those guys. And then there's what they call the Xfinity series. They're sponsored by Xfinity. And so that's the Cup races are Sunday. Xfinity races are basically Saturday. And then there's the NASCAR Craftsman trucks that are on Friday. So we started sponsoring in 2014.
Wow.
So this is back in 2014 as a sponsor, two races.
Yeah.
And then got into it in the Xfinity series for the full season as a sponsor. It was fun. Never realized how NASCAR would change my company.
Yeah.
Like LeafFilter. So even when you say like the most boring things, like gutter screens, but when you inject something like NASCAR and you're sponsoring a car every week, and the employees can like wear NASCAR gear and LeafFilter racing,
Sure.
and then they meet the drivers, and then you're turning on Saturdays and Sundays, and you're turning on the TV, and your company is out there on a car.
Yeah.
Like it just changes the whole and I never thought that would happen. Never knew that would happen. It was totally not a coincidence,
Sure.
but an unintended, thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then being entrepreneurial, like as I started getting into NASCAR and started meeting some of the other owners and some of the executives and, what we were doing, I was like, all right, well, I think I could do this myself. Like, what do I need to do? So then I met a guy named Chris Rice who ran a truck team at the time, and we just hit it off, and we were like, all right, well, what if I started my own team? I'm spending enough money as a sponsor. Like, what if we just had our own team, and we started it this way?
Yeah.
And so that's what we did. So back in 2016, just started with 1 car in the Xfinity series, and then that led to 2 cars in the Xfinity series, and then 3 cars, and then we started winning.
Yeah.
And then I bought charters. So I bought 2 charters in the Cup Series. So what charters are in NASCAR is it's like owning a franchise.
Okay.
Like we own part of the Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah.
So if you and I, Austin, wanted to go buy a baseball team, like you can't just start a Major League Baseball team.
Totally.
You have to own a franchise.
I would love to do that with you. I don't have a lot to contribute, but I got enthusiasm up the wazoo. I'll do the podcast, but I still want a decent percentage,
half 50-50.
Sure. Yeah, I'll bring the Riz.
So that's what NASCAR is. So you have to own charters to be able to run full time, like in the Cup Series, in the big series. So I bought 2 of them. So I own 2 of the 36 charters.
Sure.
And so we started running that. And so coming to date now, like we've won 2 cup races.
Okay.
In the last few years. And then we've won 27 Xfinity races.
Wow.
So as a new team, I mean, we're talking about NASCAR.
Seriously, yeah.
That's been like Richard Petty and like Roger Penske. I mean, these guys have been doing it for like 50 years.
Yeah.
And so we're just in our 10th year. And so to make a long story short, so now we've signed, so there's Ford, Toyota, and Chevrolet.
Yeah.
Okay? Those 3 manufacturers in NASCAR. And so we're actually we just signed on, and we're bringing Dodge back into the sport.
Sure.
So we just signed up, and we announced just Saturday that we're running Ram trucks in the Truck Series. That's how we're bringing Dodge and Ram back into NASCAR. So we're running 5 trucks in the Truck Series.
So,
that was a long story.
No,
I know we're doing a podcast stuff.
That was fantastic. With you talked about just being entrepreneurial. You came into racing, into NASCAR as just being a sponsor. How many sponsors just come in as being a sponsor and then 11 years later are, I guess it was 2 years later, are like a part of the actual racing of this? What does it take to be able to do that? And, just from your entrepreneurship background, where does that mindset come from?
Well, it never happens, actually.
Yes. Yeah.
Never. I mean, you can't. It's really hard to break in. It's really hard to break into the sport. So especially NASCAR, like these guys, they grow up as racers. They call themselves racers, but they literally grow up in the sport. They were race car drivers themselves, and then they like worked for race teams, and they're actually mechanics. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like I got into it not knowing anything. I mean, I honestly almost still don't know what they're talking about. Like,
I have no idea what the hell's going on.
When they start to talk about tire pressures and shocks, and like, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I'm the guy. Did you win? Good.
Yeah, I provide like the money. So it actually takes money.
Yeah,
and it takes business acumen. I mean, and we've changed things and we've done things differently than most teams. Where I came in from an outside perspective as far as like a sponsor, and then from a business standpoint, those guys, almost all teams, they do things almost the same way as they've done them for like the last 50 years.
Sure.
I mean, just technology is advanced and everything else, but I mean, that's what they do.
Yeah.
If you look at, and even NASCAR, I wish NASCAR would change a little. I love the traditions of NASCAR, and I'm not even dogging any of that.
Oh, totally.
And I love it too. But I wish we would, like, if you looked at every part of the race and every part of before the race and after the race and victory lane and everything else, and you looked at film from like 30 years ago or 40 years ago, it's exactly the same.
Yeah,
like nothing
totally
has changed. So I think sometimes you have to evolve into different things, but
it's interesting that you say that, because I was reading an article about you, and coming out of college, you got kind of a good standard sales job. You were working for a company, and you got frustrated with the excuse or the mentality of, well, because you were looking to push the boundaries a little bit in sales and do creative and different things, but they kept coming back to reverting to, well, this is just the way it's always done.
It's the way we're done.
How do you push through that? How much first does that piss you off, hearing that, and then how do you push through it?
Well, so as a young guy, so now I'm 52 years old.
Yeah.
Now. So back then, so my first job out of college was selling home improvement. So it was selling windows and siding and kitchens and roofs and basements and all that stuff for the home. So I was a sales rep if you wanted that stuff, going to your home, consulting and trying to sell you windows.
Yeah.
So I was good at it.
Yeah.
And then I became sales manager of in Northeast Ohio of that company. And, I would always talk to the boss, like the owner of the company, and I thought some of the things we were doing was stupid. Like it was just
Give
dumb.
me an example.
Like even some of the way we marketed, or even at the time, and everything's changed now. And by the way, I'm good friends with the guy now, and almost business partners in ways with him. So, and I've talked to him about this, so I'm not even
Sure. Yeah.
even ripping on him. But as a young guy at the time, I was like, all right, this is stupid the way we're doing it. I mean, as an example, back then we did all telemarketing.
Oh, yeah.
It was all telemarketing, but there was no internet. There was no,
Sure.
I mean, obviously business has changed.
This is late 90s.
There was no cell phones. This is mid to late 90s.
Yeah.
So, we just did telemarketing and just gave, we had 15 sales reps and we gave them crap leads.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is stupid. I mean,
we're wasting time.
We are wasting everybody's time and money, and, we should do things different.
Sure.
And they would just tell me like, hey, this is the way we do it. And we were successful. They were successful because it was just a numbers game,
sure.
For them. But anyway, I would talk to them about it, and I would think like, this is really stupid. We should have 5 sales reps and give them good leads.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of 15 sales reps and give them crap leads. So I would talk to them about it, and they didn't like that. And I'd be like, all right, well, as a 28-year-old kid, maybe they're right. They're 50.
Sure.
They've been doing this for 30 years.
Yeah.
Like, all right, well, all right, let me be smart about this. And they probably do know what they're doing. But turns out they didn't know what they were doing. Like, I knew what I was right. Like, I turned out to be right. So, we've built this giant business.
And you started, so from there, you quit and you found LeafFilter.
Yeah.
First off, how did you find it? And was it an immediate thing where you're like, oh, I could do something with this?
Yeah. So I came across, so we sold gutter protection at that company.
Sure.
And so most of the gutter protection on the market, like it's literally gutter screens that keep all the leaves and debris out of your gutters. And so, but nothing worked.
Yeah.
It's like whatever you're selling, it's like, all right, you were selling people something, but it was not good.
Yeah.
Like it was bad. And so came across this product. So this is in 2004. Mm-hmm. This stuff was invented. LeafFilter was invented in 2001. So
okay.
it was a new product, but there were 90 other dealers across the country. But I saw the product, and it's a stainless steel micro filter screen that literally nothing gets in except water.
Yeah.
Austin, I'm telling you, if I demonstrated it to you right now and I showed you all the other products on the market, it's magic.
Sure.
You're like, this, how can this be? And so I'm not even kidding. Like that was almost.
You know what? You're such a good. I'll buy one. I rent, but I'll buy one.
I'm not joking though. Like we'll put it on your bill.
There you go.
And so we do this water. Like you can actually test this stuff, but it's that moving. It was that moving for me, honestly, where I'm like, oh my God, like this is the greatest product ever. They always say like the greatest thing since sliced bread or whatever. But like it's that good. And so I'm like, all right, I can literally quit my job and sell this stuff out of my house.
Yeah.
Like whoever I show this to, like they'll buy it because it actually works. And so that's what happened. So in 2005, I quit my job and I started selling, and you saw everybody, but it's that good a product. Just nobody knew. I was trained up so much for 8 years by that company that by the time I got to this phenomenal product, like it was over.
Sure.
So I knew how to market, I knew how to sell, and then install this simple gutter screen. I mean, they come in 5-foot panels. You just put them on your gutters and screw it down.
What did you do differently in terms of your approach to your previous company to what you brought into LeafFilter?
Well, it's kind of what we were just talking about as far as like, all right, provide good leads or whatever. Like, don't just throw everything against the wall, or it's like not just a big numbers game.
Was there anything just like off the wall that you tried?
No, it was just, it was that good a product. I mean, when you have that good a product and then you're that passionate about it, like you could tell I'm passionate about it now.
I can tell. I was going to ask, like, do you, like being a skilled salesman that you are, do you think you can, not just you personally, but do you think people can find success in selling something that they necessarily aren't passionate about or not necessarily believe in?
Well, if you're, no.
Yeah.
Because you're lying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you actually have a good product and then you're passionate about it, and then, so selling, I'm going to give you a sales lesson.
Please,
like,
please.
Sales is just it's just a transference of feelings.
Sure.
If I can make you feel about my product, as passionate as I feel, like you're going to buy it.
Yeah.
It's just transferring my feelings about what I'm selling, like to you. If you have a product that you don't really believe in, and then I'm transferring that, like you're just lying. I'm just lying to you. So, I mean, that's how I feel. So if you actually do have a good product, but it's like we just celebrated at LeafFilter, we just celebrated our 20th anniversary this summer. So 20 years. This stuff's been on houses for 20 years. We've sold enough gutter screens, okay? Not that this is a LeafFilter commercial, but like we literally, this will blow your mind.
Yeah.
It's 5-foot panels, okay? We have over 1 million customers. We've installed enough LeafFilter to go around the equator, the world, like almost twice.
Oh my gosh.
So 5-foot panels at a time.
Yeah.
Like,
it's insane.
And we have 0 clogged gutters.
I believe it.
So we've installed this stuff, and then once you install it, lifetime warranty.
You're good to go.
Good to go.
Wow.
It's unbelievable. Like, so it's like, who couldn't build a business like that?
Yeah, yeah. What were some of the early struggles that you found, and was there ever a chance where you were like, I'm not going to succeed at this?
The only, the answer is no.
Yeah.
There really weren't. The only struggle that we had was like, actually, it wasn't even a struggle. It was 2008.
Yeah.
So if you remember, like the financial crisis, and I mean the whole businesses were going, like down, especially home, because the mortgage crisis, and I mean it was all home. The way we used to sell home improvements was like second mortgages, third mortgages. I mean, you would just mortgage everybody up, on there. And then when that whole thing crashed and the financial, like, we didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I could tell you, I'll tell you a quick story.
Please.
About. So.
Story time with Matt. That's what it's all about.
This is what this is, right? So for 3 years, just worked here in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And then 2000, so that was 2005, 2006, 2007. 2008, I opened 3 more offices. I opened Pittsburgh, Toledo, and Columbus. So all 2 hours from here. If I needed to go there every day, I could. Like, that's why I chose those locations. So we did about $5.4 million out of those 4 locations. Like my first year, we did $350,000. So we went from $350,000 to $750,000 sales to $1.7 million in sales.
Good night.
And then we did $5.4 million, and then bam, 2000. That hit. The end of 2008 hits, and it's like everything comes to a halt.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right. And I always say, like, I made about $1 million off of that, right? So I'm like, all right, I did it. I'm here. We're here. And then that hits, and it's like, all right, well, now what do we do?
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about stopping marketing, home, just the whole, everybody's income and price, like
they just went on pause.
Everything paused. So everybody in the industry was talking about kind of not spending money in marketing and just let's see what happens. Well, my belief in life is like, all right, if you just sit back and see what happens, what the hell do you think's going to happen?
Sure.
Like, if we stop spending money on marketing, like we're not going to get any lead. Like, how are you going to do business? Like, and so everybody's philosophy was that. So I thought, because we do gutter screens, it's like, all right, well, the leaves, like trees, we protect gutters.
Leaves never stop.
Dude, leaves, they don't, trees and leaves, they don't know the economy's bad. They have no idea.
Absolutely.
Trees are going to keep growing. They're going to keep dropping their leaves. So I also read somewhere that, like, when the economy's bad, like, government jobs are good.
Sure.
So, and even talking to competitors and everything else, like, everybody's just going to chill. I'm like, all right, this is an opportunity for us to go. So I opened 3 offices.
Wow.
In 2000, right at the beginning of 2009. I put 2 offices in DC, government jobs.
Yeah.
Like one in Baltimore and one down in Manassas, Virginia. And then I opened up down in Cincinnati.
Were people looking at you like you were crazy at the time?
Yep, totally crazy. But so I also did this. It was all gloom and doom.
Sure.
I don't know if you remember, but like everything on TV, everything on the radio, like, oh, Fannie Mae and Fannie Mac, or they're going, like, this company went out of business, so they laid off 100,000 people. And so I and this is before Zoom calls and everything else.
Yeah.
We had conference calls. I had a conference call every single morning with my whole company, every single person on the company.
Wow.
For 15 minutes. And I'm like, you're not allowed to watch the news. You're not allowed to listen to the radio. Don't listen to the radio. Don't listen to the news. The LeafFilter economy is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, we're growing. So I was just motivated. I'm like, I will tell you the news. So I told them a little bit of the news, what was going on in the country. Nothing bad about finance or anything else, but like, you know, what the Guardians did last night, like what, and so I this is a true story. So I honestly did. So I had a 15-minute conference call with the whole company every day.
Wow.
And then we would talk about sales, how much sales we did yesterday, and then where we are as compared to last year, and we were growing.
Sure.
So we went from 5.4 million to 11.6 million in the worst period in recent history in the country as far as finance. So we were growing. But it just shows like attitude is everything.
Yeah.
I'm wearing it right now, LeafFilter TNT. So I have a bracelet that everybody in the company wears, and it stands for today, not tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just urgency. Everything you do is urgent. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today.
Sure.
And if you live with that attitude and you have that attitude, like, and we get everything you can get done today, and then we'll worry about tomorrow.
Yeah. How much does that define not only your career, but also your life?
It's everything.
Yeah.
I mean, so we've grown from, again, first year $350,000
Yeah.
to now we'll do $1.8 billion in
Sure.
sales in 153 offices in U.S. and Canada. So, and we're growing.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not stopping. We're just where we are now. But as far as that, and we're talking about NASCAR, and we're talking about, you know, the Guardians, and then other business. I mean, I'm in a billion different businesses.
Sure.
Not a billion,
Yeah.
like 70 different businesses.
That's just how much it's made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not to talk about money.
So, you know, your career has really been defined on bold moves, you know, quitting a sales job to start a company, to then in the worst economic times that we've had in years, in decades, you don't follow the flow. You know, you start as a sponsor in NASCAR, and then you become a NASCAR team. You know, I describe that as chutzpah. You know, where does that come from inside of you, and how do you continue to keep that drive to win, even though you've reached the pinnacle of business?
Well, the answer is I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, no, we just keep going. I mean, just keep meeting people that want to do great things. It's like if I met you, which I just met you, and you were like, bro, I have this idea of like podcast, like, and what we can do, and you were passionate about it,
Yeah.
and we had a good plan. It's like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. Like, it's like TNT. Like, let's just do it. I don't know. You just do things. I do have the philosophy of like, if you just wait until you're absolutely ready, like to do anything, like in business or even life, you'll never be ready. There's never a perfect time like to do it.
Sure.
Whether you're talking about even getting married or having kids or, you know, or quitting your job or starting your own business, like there's never
going to be 100% ready.
You're never going to be 100% ready.
Yeah.
And so too many people just wait till they're 100% ready, like to do things, and it'll never happen.
Yeah. Or you lose the opportunity.
Sometimes you just jump. You don't just dip your toe. It's like when you're at the swimming pool, like you can either just dip your toe in, see what the temperature of the water is, like, and then you dip your foot in and like, you're like, man, that's kind of cold. And then you wait for a few minutes, like, all right, I want to jump in. Or you just jump in.
Yeah.
And then you get used to the temperature and then you're fine.
Yeah.
So that's a weird example, but like,
no,
that's true.
It is true. I know we're coming up on time. I do want to get to one thing. You know, you're very similar to me. You weren't born in Cleveland, but moved here and has become both of our lives. You know, you have enough money, you have enough resources, you can move anywhere in the world. Why have you decided to not only plant your flag here in Cleveland, but continue to make this your home and make your home better?
So I did grow up in Cincinnati. Yeah. So I was born in Columbus, actually, and then moved to Cincinnati. And then again, it was in the Midwest, like Chicago. And so I came and played football at the University of Akron. So I played football at the University of Akron as a quarterback, and then met my wife. So met my wife actually in the second year. She was a cheerleader.
Sure.
And she's from Copley.
Yeah.
So her family's here, and so, I mean, that's a big reason. So, and then, 5 years. So I redshirted my first year. I don't even know if they do red shirts anymore. Everybody's making money, and you just don't even hear about it. These kids want to make money right away.
Yeah, right. Good for them.
So, so then went to school here, and then met a whole bunch of people, and then just, you start to plant roots,
sure.
like here in Northeast Ohio. So, but absolutely loved it. So even going to the University of Akron, and then the area, didn't get up to Cleveland much.
Sure.
But then as, and doing business, and then, meeting more people in Cleveland and Northeast Ohio. And now, we're totally engrossed in, I'm sitting here at WKYC doing a podcast with you, and so it's, it's been awesome. I love Cleveland. I think, I've got a ton of friends and associates and business partners and everything else in Northeast Ohio, and I think it's awesome. I have a boat that we have in at Shoreby Club up here, so we spend all kind of time. I'm looking forward to this weekend, watching the air show in Cleveland. If everybody hasn't been to the air show, it's insane. It's insanely amazing.
Yeah.
So so I love Northeast Ohio. I don't think we'll ever move. We can go different places. I just actually bought a place in New York City.
Oh, wow.
Which is fun. We love New York. If I was going to say my favorite city in the world, I think besides Cleveland.
That's what I was to say. Watch your PR.
Second favorite is New York City. So my wife and I love New York City. And so, but yeah, my daughter's a senior in high school. It looks like she's probably going to go to college at Kent State.
Awesome.
So right down the road, right here in Northeast Ohio. So, she'll be planted here.
This place just sucks you in. You can't leave.
Again, we love the Guardians. I love all the sports teams.
You're kind of now supposed to love the Guardians. How did that whole deal come about?
We've gotten involved. So philanthropically, we got involved with Cleveland Guardians charities.
Sure.
So, I don't even want to say that almost feels like as a sponsor, but us helping the Cleveland Guardians. We started. They have what is the Give-a-thon. Mm-hmm. So Cleveland Guardians Give-a-thon. It benefits the Boys and Girls Clubs and RBI programs, and basically the Cleveland Guardians charities funds all the baseball programs and softball programs for girls for the the Cleveland. Whatever you call it.
For the area. Yeah.
For the school system.
Sure, yes.
Why can't I think of the name? Like the Cleveland.
Well, you've been removed from school for a little while, right.
So, but we fund all that. So we started with them, like the Give-a-thon, where we have almost like a Jerry Lewis, Give-a-thon.
Yeah.
Where people are calling in and we're collecting money, and we do it during a game every fall. So we started actually doing that for about 3 years. And then, the minority interest in the Guardians, came up, and then one of our partners, business partners, asked us to get involved. So even our relationship with Paul Dolan and their family.
Sure.
They asked us to be involved.
That must be a dream.
So we got involved, dude. It's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine?
Part
owner of the baseball team.
I think your childhood dream is to be a player for the Guardians.
Right.
And then when
you get older.
Then when you realize that you lost all athletic ability, then you're like, buying a team sounds pretty damn good.
That sounds cool. All right, I'm in.
Just living the dream. I have a few quick hitters, and then we'll get you out of here. Is that cool?
Yep.
All right, awesome. Best advice you've ever received?
Oh, man. I don't know.
Just keep going. Buy the Guardians.
Never stop.
Sure.
Just never stop, I would say. That doesn't sound right, but just don't stop.
Yeah.
Just keep going. Never give up. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, never give up. Just don't stop. Never give up. If you get down, get up.
Yeah.
And so I've always done that.
Love it.
I've never,
Yeah, simple enough.
That was a terrible answer.
It's
but
fine.
Whatever.
I loved it. It gave me goosebumps. If you were 25 years old in today's climate.
Yep.
You weren't, obviously doing what you're doing.
Yep.
What industry would you start in or product that you would sell to get to the position you are now?
I would sell gutter protection.
Gutter protection.
Yeah.
Still. Yeah.
I literally tell every kid, so every 25-year-old or every college kid, I'm like, learn how to sell gutter protection.
Yeah.
And do you know how many people take me up on that?
0.
None.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't believe, even everybody listening to this now, like, it's such a great industry.
Yeah.
It's such a great product. Like, do that. Learn how to do that. Learn how to sell. So I would say learn how to sell. If you were 25 years old, learn how to sell. Go sell something directly. I mean, my biggest thing was I had to sell. I did a commission-only job. That was my first job out of school. Yeah. And I told you I was selling windows and all that stuff. But it wasn't, I had no salary, and I made no money unless I sold something.
Sure.
So that's the best way to learn how to sell.
Yeah.
It's like if you're, I liken it to being like a caveman, like back in the cave day. Like you have to leave, if I have a wife and a kid in the cave and I have to go out and I have to kill something and drag it back to the cave. If I don't, then
they starve.
We don't eat.
Yeah.
So you got to learn real fast, like how to sell.
The pressure of that just has to be, it's either crippling or motivating.
That's exactly right.
100%.
Yeah.
Will the Guardians make the playoffs this year?
Oh, dude. I hope.
I hope too.
I hope so too.
Oh, last year's
obviously, the last 10 games have been just brutal.
Rough. Were you at the game last night?
And so they're trying, no.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm hopeful. I mean, it is a good group. You guys see, you watch.
Yeah.
We're a great team.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you just struggle, and so we just have had a bad run. So usually when you have a bad run, you back it up with a good run.
Sure.
Nobody just we're not that bad. We're not 1-9 in the last 10 games. We're
somewhere in
7-3 in the last 10 games. So
yeah.
So I'm going to say yes.
You think so?
Yes.
What's today's date?
Absolutely, Austin.
August 27th. The Guardians are 500 and 5 games back.
Right.
All right. Book it, ladies and gentlemen.
We got it.
Book it, baby.
We're in.
All right. Anything you want to get off your chest?
Don't ask me about the Guardians making playoffs.
I'm sorry.
No, I love what you're doing. I love your podcast. I've listened. It's great.
Thank you.
And so it's a great program, and I'm humbled by the fact that you wanted me on.
Oh, of course. How could I not?
And it's fun. So thank you.
Of course. I have a tradition here.
Okay.
I've asked you a lot of questions. Do you have any questions for me?
How long have you been doing the show?
I've been doing the show for almost 2 years.
2 years.
2 years. Yeah. And we've had some nice guests on, We've had, Bernie, Joe Thomas, a lot of different people, and it's been a lot of fun.
Are we getting better? Are ratings getting better?
I hope so. Yeah, they're doing okay. Yeah. We could use a sponsor. I don't know.
All right.
All right, Matt, this has been so much fun. Plug anything. Where can we follow you? Where can we get more information on you and all the things that you're doing?
Just, you don't need to follow me.
Okay. All right.
We're Kaulig companies. We do a lot of stuff.
How can we follow your companies?
Like kauligcompanies.com, or just follow me on Instagram.
Follow me on Instagram.
I think we post a whole lot of stuff about my life and what's going on and what we got going on. Like I said, we just announced the Ram deal. We were just down in Daytona for our NASCAR race, and just this past Saturday, and had a couple hundred people there. Tons of press. Dude, even for me, it was crazy because we're announcing that Ram and Dodge are coming back to NASCAR.
Sure.
And it was a situation where I'm sitting there, and then like a billion reporters are just have microphones in your face and just asking questions, and you're like, all right. Some tough question where you're like, oh man,
oh geez, come on, give me a layup, man, come on.
So, but it's super fun. But I would say like Matt Kaulig, just follow me on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn, and
fantastic.
That's what we're doing.
Awesome. All right, and before we leave, you got to show off the ring. I didn't realize I needed to wear sunglasses today for this.
Daytona.
Let's go.
So that was our first NASCAR win, and they gave us this ring, and so I'm like, yeah, I'll wear it. Just as a reminder every day of like
that
what
you're a
we're
badass,
doing, and we're badasses. Right?
Awesome. Matt, thank you. You've been so generous with your time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming
Thanks,
on,
Austin.
and hope to stay in touch as well, too.
Right.
So,
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, brother.
Yep.